Konnichiwa! Nihon Cricket Podcast Yokoso! Boku no namae wa Alan desu. I think that even those who have never heard a word of Japanese before can understand that, but just in case, hello and welcome to the Japan Cricket Podcast. I'm your host, Alan Kerr, and on this show I will speak to the people who have played a role in the shaping of cricket in Japan, both on and off the field. My guest on today's show is the first lady to come on the podcast. She is a member of the Japan women's national team. She has played cricket in several countries overseas. She is Erika Oda. Erika-san, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Hi, Alan-san. Thank you for inviting me to your podcast today.
My pleasure. So Erika, where are you doing this interview from? I understand you're at your workplace. Is that right?
Yes, actually, I'm in the staff room for taking the time for break time. So a bit busy place. So sometimes noisy sound coming. So very sorry.
That's fine. Well, thank you for making the time during a busy day. Okay, so I'd like to learn a bit about your journey as a cricket player and your background as well. So we will start with your early life. So can you tell me, where were you born?
I was born in Hyogo Prefecture and I grew up in Tochigi.
Okay, where in Tochigi did you grow up?
You know, Mashiko town?
Famous for pottery.
For pottery. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know that. So did you ever come near Sano when you were younger?
Yeah, when I played baseball, 1 or 2 times I came Sano to play the match.
Right. Okay, great.
But I never know the cricket is famous in Sano.
Yeah, okay, well, you do now. So what are your earliest memories of growing up in Tochigi? What was it like going to school there?
Maybe when I was in Yochen preschool, yeah, I was very active girl, like outdoor girl. I really like playing sports.
So for people who don't know, Tochigi is out in the countryside in Japan. Yeah, lots of outdoor space, mountains and things. So were you, what kind of activities were you doing as a child?
When I was 3rd grade in elementary school, I started playing baseball. I was the only girl in the team that has over 50 boys. And I was playing as a regular member. We participated in the national competition when I was 6th grade and became champion in over 10,000 teams in Japan. So
wow,
it's no activity like sports, but it's a very strong my memory when I was a child.
Oh, I bet. What was that like then, playing with the boys? Was it scary at first, or did you find it actually you quite liked being different?
Oh, with boys? Completely. Everybody think I'm a boy, like boy. I was very short hair and completely treat as a boy.
Okay, and your teammates, they were all, it was easy to be in the team?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one older brother and he also played baseball. And so one of the reasons I start baseball, because I had to go to the baseball ground every weekend. So I was very boring. So I start catchball with my dad. So, okay, let's do.
Yeah, that's quite a familiar story. I think many people, many younger siblings play sport because their older ones are doing the same thing.
Yes.
Okay, so then after you finished school, where did you go to university?
I graduated from Nippon Sports Science University. You can say Nittaidai. And I learned sports science, biomechanics, and also I got a license of physical education for elementary school and junior high school.
So that's the same university that Meg Ogawa is now going to?
Yes.
So it's a very famous university in Tokyo. So It must have been exciting to get in and go there. Had you spent much time in Tokyo when you were growing up, or coming from the countryside, the Inaka, was it very different going into the big city?
For me, so exciting because so much different people coming from very countryside sometimes, and different people like different background. So
Yeah.
I very excited to meet new people in Tokyo.
So I was very similar. I grew up in the countryside and I went to school in the Inaka,
Uh-huh.
but then I went to live in London, and
Oh,
very, very different. Okay, so after you finished university, well, did you play baseball at university as well?
no, actually from high school, I was a javelin thrower and I continued to athletics. So for 7 years, I was javelin thrower.
Okay. And what kind of standard did you compete doing that?
Very seriously, and my best career in this is fifth in national competition when I was university student, and one Indian athlete got gold medal in Tokyo Olympics in javelin throw. So yeah, it's like minor sports, but it made this gained popularity in Asian country.
Yeah. So at that time, did you have high ambitions of maybe going to the Olympics or the Asian Games to throw javelin?
Yeah, my upperclassmen, one of player go to Olympics, but I couldn't.
Couldn't quite get to that level.
Yeah.
Was it fun to train and to work in that environment where people are trying to reach the Olympics? It's very high level of competition.
Yes. Yeah.
And what did you learn from being in that environment that has helped you in your cricket career?
So actually, before start cricket, I already have some feeling I want to be a player for national. So yeah, cricket is not professional sports in Japan. So everybody have work, and also me, I have to work 5 days in a week. But my mind is like semi-professional because I'm a national player. So I have to motivate high, and I always try to improve my skills and everything. So, and also I made some athlete program in my office, in my work. So I get the time for like cricket tour in my off season, and I want to do both, seriously work and cricket. Yeah,
that's good. So your work now, can you explain a little bit what your job is?
Oh yeah, I've been working as a trainer for spinal cord injury. It's a rehabilitation work for them. I knew this work because I watched some TV program when I was in university, and I thought it was amazing. So I started working.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so we talked a little bit about cricket already. So many people in Japan begin playing cricket at university, and almost all women's players come from university, but of course you did not. So how did you find out about cricket, and why did you want to start?
Yeah, when I started working, I completely stopped any sports because I had no time, no energy for doing something. But after sometimes, I always felt that I want to try some new big challenge, like new challenge for me. And one day I was reading sports medical magazine, and there was sports population ranking in that book. And cricket was at number 3. Of course, I know number 1 soccer, number 2 basketball, but I was really shocked what is cricket? Something like that. So overseas people surely maybe surprised this, but I didn't know about cricket at the time. This was my first connection with my cricket actually.
Okay, so then did you, after that, try to do some research, like go on the internet and find out about cricket in Japan?
Yeah, when I came to know about cricket, I started searching in Google about cricket in Japan and found JCA website at the time. And there were maybe announcing that national trial in next month. And also they are saying, welcome all beginners. So I thought I should go and let's try this sport. I didn't know even the rules and I had no cricket gear. I was completely beginner. So that trial day was my first experience to try cricket.
So I remember that very well.
Yeah.
And I remember we did lots of fitness testing that day to start. And I remember that you were very competitive. You wanted
Yes.
to do well in all of the running and throwing and all the activities we had. And it was very clear straight away that you could hit the ball well and that you were sporty. You clearly played sport and background in baseball. We thought very quickly that you would develop as a cricket player quite well. So what did you think after that day? What did you think of cricket? What were your first thoughts?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, it looked easy, but batting was really difficult more than baseball. And also I felt like, why do I have to catch the ball without glove? It was shocking. Yeah.
Okay. And so then you began playing for a Japanese team. Was it Adore was the club you joined?
Yeah. My first women's club was Adore. When I joined the national trial, I didn't have any kit before my batting in the nets. And, Miho Kanno, she gave me all her gear, helmet to pads. She was really nice and she was captain for Adore. So it was not difficult choice to decide to play for Adore. And yeah, really enjoy my start of cricket, learning all basics thing from here in the match.
And so that first year you started playing games. What did you think of your first game? Can you remember the very first game you played?
Oh yeah, maybe only 7 runs. I don't remember very well, but yeah, just very excited. And it's so hard to get 1 run like that.
It's still hard for me to score even 1 run. So I think you get 7 in your first game. You're doing okay. That was 2017. And I remember that summer we had summer camps in Sano. I think you did 1.5 days and stayed in Sano, and everyone got t-shirts. So you were still very new to cricket then. Do you remember that at all?
It's my first year to select for national.
Yeah, so you got selected afterwards to go to Hong Kong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
remember.
So what was that like? Were you surprised to be selected for the national team so quickly?
Yeah, very surprised actually, because my match experience was almost zero. So yeah, I couldn't believe it.
But once you were picked, you must have been very happy?
Yes, very happy. But yeah, actually both. I was so nervous.
So then we traveled to Hong Kong for that competition. Yeah. Had you been to Hong Kong before?
No, it was my first time. I love traveling, so America, Seattle, Australia, Perth, another country I went before, but Asian country I never been.
Okay. So yeah, so now from this trip you went to Hong Kong and you played your first game for Japan.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that tournament and
what the experience?
Yeah, it was very special moment, but actually, you know, my international debut was awful. So if I could get back into the past, surely I want to go back and start that innings once again. And you know why? It was awful. I remember you were there at the ground.
I was, yes.
Yeah. Actually, I hit the ball in the first ball and I called yes. And I stepped on my shoelace of my spike and toppled down.
Fell
And
over.
yeah, my mom memory was nothing from that moment.
Right.
So bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The rest of that tournament, Japan finished second in that tournament.
second.
We reached the final that year.
Yes.
So that's the best we've ever done in the Women's East Asia Cup. So it was a pretty good tournament. And when you came home, were you feeling it was a good experience and you wanted more?
Yeah, after this tournament, it made me decide that I want to run cricket more. And so I decided to go overseas country next season after this tournament.
Yeah, so I was going to ask about that. So you traveled to New Zealand, right?
Yeah, next off season in Japan. Yeah.
And how did that happen? How did you arrange it? And what was it like?
I played for one of the cricket club in Christchurch named Sydenham Cricket Club. The club has around 15 teams like Premier Men's, Women's, and also Division 1 to 6. So anyway, so big cricket club. And you know, Shizuka went to Christchurch to play before, and she connected me to the club and coach, and she was planning to go with me actually. So I left it all to her, but she couldn't make it. So it became only my tour. The information I only knew was the name of the host and that he will pick me when I reach. So I couldn't imagine anything what my tour could be until I met him at the Christchurch airport.
Wow. So what was it like once you got there?
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing experience for me. You might not believe it, but my first challenge of playing in New Zealand was when my cricket career was just 1 year and 2 months old. Of course, my teammates have already been playing cricket for 10 years or more. And fortunately, there was one national player and 2-3 states players and also 2 under-19 players. But they welcomed me very nicely.
Yeah, great. And I had a look at some scores and I saw you made 60 in one match, batting at number 3 in a T20 match. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that. It was actually very final match for the end of the season in New Zealand. And I really, really want to get score. I just remember the ground was not tough ground, you know, like just concrete pitch, and was easy for me. So I'm very confused how to play on the tough grounds. So I was very struggling. So the match was easy.
So do you think that you learned a lot from that experience?
Yeah.
And did you go back to New Zealand another year? You've been 2 times, haven't you?
Yeah. One full season and next year half of a season. So twice.
Yeah, that's great. And would you recommend doing that to other players in Japan? Do you think it's a good thing for Japanese cricketers to play in Australia or New Zealand?
Oh yeah, definitely. Australian and New Zealand, anywhere is fine. Very easy to get much experience in high level, and we can easy to know cricket is definitely not minor sports. People love this sport so much regardless of age or gender. It's Honestly, it's difficult to feel this in Japan. So
Mm.
I recommend everyone to go overseas once.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, cricket has taken me to many places, many countries, and I've seen lots of the world that I may not have ever been to if it wasn't for cricket. So a big part of what I want to do in cricket is to help other people share those kind of experiences. And so
Yeah.
that brings me to the next thing. You've been to Korea and to Vanuatu as well with the women's national team. So what were those experiences like? Again, countries, I guess, you were visiting for first time?
In Korea?
Mm.
I went to before.
You had been to Korea before?
Yeah. And
Vanuatu?
Bana's first time, of course, first time. I couldn't believe it. Oh, I could go to Vanuatu, and I searched where the Vanuatu is.
It's a long way away. So again, what do you remember from those tournaments?
Yeah, that Vanuatu tour was just after my first New Zealand experience. So that time was very excited to play there with more confidence. And from that time, I started, but as an opener with Akari Kitayama. So there was new running a lot, and also I realized big difference in power between Japan and Samoa PNG teams. Their team motivation is always so nice and high. Samoa player level was just like state player in New Zealand. So that tournament made my motivation get higher.
Mm. Okay, so since then, as part of the women's national squad in Japan, you have become one of the leaders in the group and someone who has given us some feedback on how we can make women's cricket better in Japan. And one of the programs we have organized in the last 2 or 3 years is the Women's J-Bash. So I wanted to ask you what you think of the J-Bash and if it's been a good experience for you.
Yeah, I think both J-Bash are nice. I mean J-Bash Social and J-Bash All-Stars. In J-Bash Social, it's awesome opportunity to get to know about cricket and a very casual chance to get experience to play cricket. And I'm now managing the KKR women's team as a captain. So I can lead new members to our team and give them chance for match and practice to improve their game as well as enjoy cricket. And in J-Bash All-Stars, I think it's very good opportunity to play the match for women's national players. As you know, there's already social women's league in Japan, but we need more new players to increase the women's population. So that's why we invite many new players and always we try to make them enjoy. So it means that league's purpose is not serious playing. Just important thing is giving the chance for them. So J-Bash All-Stars is the only platform for national players to concentrate on our game and to win. So I think it's so nice.
That's exactly why we started the All-Stars, because the Women's League was very much opportunities for other players. And it's important for national team players to practice the role that they will do for Japan. So if you are an opener for Japan, you should open the batting regularly to learn, because it's different playing against the new ball than playing when the ball is 15, 20 overs old. Okay, well, you mentioned the KKR team. I wanted to ask you about that as well. So you've started the new women's KKR team, but before that, you started a different team called the Tokyo Turtles.
You know, Tokyo Turtles.
I know the Tokyo Turtles and their green pants.
Yeah. And very nice team name, right?
Very nice team name. So I wanted to ask you about why you decided to make your own team.
Yeah, actually, I found some tennis tournament that organized by Tokyo Falcons, and I was really interested in joining that tournament. And my good friend Adi and Shaks, Shaq, and he supported me to make new team, and he's sponsored our team and managed everything off the field. And we invited many Sharks mates. That's why I wanted to name my team like things related to the sea. So am I having octopus or something? Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to make it a mixed nation team like Sharks. So I collected Indian, Japanese, Sri Lankan, Pakistani, and Zimbabwe players. It's so nice.
So I would like to ask you about that. You have played a lot with non-Japanese male players,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
very unusual. And has that been exciting for you to learn about new cultures because of cricket?
Yes. Not only language, I feel different culture, different like mind. Yeah, very, very new for me. Everything was new, but yeah, because of cricket, everything thanks for cricket. I met many different people and playing together. I couldn't believe it before 5 years.
Well, that's the last
And
question I was going to ask you actually about different people. I also remember 2018,
yeah.
we played with the Aussie veterans.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember that day with these guys who were 60 years old coming to Japan
Yes.
to play cricket?
I was really surprised. Oldest player was 65, was like around
Yeah,
70
at least nearly
years old.
70, I think.
Yeah, but they really enjoyed cricket and they looked very young. Maybe mind is very fresh and always, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
And
nice.
an experience like that, did it show you that cricket is a sport for life?
Yeah. Mm.
In Japan,
Yes, I know.
in Japan, most of our players are, 40 or younger. There are some players, maybe in the British Embassy team or a few players like that who are a little older. But I think what we would like to see is more players keeping playing as they get older. There are many players who played for Japan, even men and women, who then stop playing maybe 30, 35. And, playing cricket just for fun is still okay, even if you're
It's
not
true.
playing.
Okay, of course.
Of course,
Still okay.
right?
So
But
that's why I really love playing in Sharks, because KB is
yes.
still playing very nice, and I'm so excited to play together. So really nice.
Yeah, that sort of expertise that you get from people who have played a long time is very useful.
Yes.
And you're still writing your blog?
Yes. I'm
So
writing. Yes.
That's been running for many years now. Do you enjoy doing that?
Yes. I'm very enjoying, and you're one of fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I keep reading. So do you have many people asking questions about cricket through keeping that blog?
Yes, actually, sometimes kind of mostly men's player who has background like baseball and asking me many questions about cricket and how to start cricket like that. So it was nice
Yeah, great.
to start. Yeah.
Okay, so before we get to the end, I just wanted to ask you about your targets for the future, both as a national team player and for your club, KKR. Do you have goals, things that you want to achieve?
Yeah, I thought this question very seriously. asking me what are your future target, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, regarding my future plans as a national player, I would like to play for Japan as long as I can perform my best. But once I feel it's time to hang up my boots, I would like to continue to give my support for the development of cricket. Especially, I would like to give my support for women's cricket. I want to spread the awareness and promote this sports among women and want them to know that cricket is fun. KKR has already given me that platform, and I'm already in process to do so, and I'm being supported by them. Hopefully, I can encourage more and more women to play cricket and make this sport as popular it is in another countries.
Yeah, well, that's all of our goal, isn't it, for cricket to be famous in Japan?
Yeah.
頑張りますね。
頑張りましょう。アランさん。
Cool. Okay. I have some short questions I wanted to ask you, which I ask everybody that comes on the podcast. My first group of questions is specifically about cricket. So,
Yeah.
First one, who is the best player that you have played with or against?
Best player I've played against is when I was playing in New Zealand, one of famous white ones New Zealand national player, Lee Tafufu. She was in the against team once, and I think last month she took her first 5 wickets in one day international against England. So I'm very happy person to be able to face her ball. I was so excited at the time.
Yeah, that's cool. What is the best thing you've ever learned from a coach?
I learned many skills in New Zealand, but I realized a very important thing to play cricket is like mindset. My cricket coach always used to tell me that always next ball, always think positively. Don't worry about what happened. Concentrate on what's coming now. Past is just a story. That simple words gave me more courage.
Great. What is your favorite thing about cricket?
I like the spirit of cricket that honors the opponent regardless of win or loss. Once I saw a scene in a match where even if the umpire doesn't notice that the batsman is out, but the batsman realized and worked out by himself. To be honest with myself and pay respect to others, that is one of my favorite things about cricket.
Yeah, great. What's the best cricket experience you have had?
My best cricket experience ever is that I played the match at Hagley Oval in Christchurch. Hagley Oval is one of the famous international New Zealand cricket ground, and I just remembered I was so excited because when I got the news from club manager that next place for the match is Hagley Oval, I was just in there and watching test match New Zealand against India. So I couldn't believe that 5 or 6 days later, I would play at the same pitch. Now Virat Kohli and Ken Williamson were playing, and me, I was eating popcorn at the audience seat at the time. So, oh my God, what should I do? I was a bit panicked like that.
Yeah, that's cool. We want SICG to be like that in Japan.
Yes,
Okay, who is your favorite teammate?
Our favorite teammate, Erika Kitamura. I call her Kim. She's like my start partner. We work in the same company, and after I started playing cricket, she also started playing. In the beginning, we started from collecting own gear and online from overseas. We are so excited and waited to get my first cricket gear. But I just remember when all gear came, we were so surprised because there are 4 gloves and 4 parts in the box. You know what I mean? We didn't know R means righty and L means lefty. So we just thought R means only right hand and air means only left hand, like that. So actually we ordered so many. This kind of funny memories with her are so many.
Is that why she started to play cricket? Because you had extra gear that you could give her?
No.
Okay, my last question is, you watch quite a lot of cricket, I think. So maybe you have an answer for this, but can you name one innings or bowling performance performed by somebody else that you wish you could play yourself?
Oh, yeah. It was JPL finals match, West Kanto against East Kanto. And I was watching at my favorite tea room at SRCG. And you know, Binay-san is captain of KPR, also playing for Max. He scored around, I think, 39 runs in the finals. But the way he played in the whole JPL tournament was something I would like to play. He often gave me very good tips for batting. So I was serious watching his batting in this season. I know he is very patient and stay long type of player. It's like completely opposite type of me, but I just felt amazing. He was already playing 3 days in a row, including 3 not out, and as an opening batsman, and in very hottest place in Sano. And my big surprise thing was he looked very fit and fine just before the finals. For me, only one time I had not out as an opening batsman in the international match against Banatsu. At the time, I couldn't move or anything after 20 overs. So I just inspired not only his skill, also I'm inspiring his patience and also physical level and stamina.
And Vinay is, you know, he's nearly 40. So he is, you know, he's doing well to keep in good shape. Okay, I have some Japan specific questions to finish.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about Japan?
I like watching sumo.
I like watching sumo as well. It's good fun. Okay, can you name one place that any visitor to Japan must go?
One of my favorite places is Shirakawa-go in Gifu Prefecture. You know,
I do.
It's very famous place for snowmobile.
Yeah, it's very hard to get to. Very, very inaka. Do you go there in winter or summer or both?
In winter, only winter.
Winter when it's covered in snow, right? And all the houses.
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is tempura.
Mm-hmm.
I really like. Yes.
And what is the food that you do not eat?
You know, kikurage.
Mm-hmm.
Kikurage. Oh.
They're like mushrooms.
Like mushroom.
They're like slightly strange looking, kind of,
yes,
kind of like wet mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look disgusting. I don't like mushrooms, and I certainly don't like those.
You don't like it? You don't like mushroom?
I'm not big on mushrooms. No.
Oh,
sorry.
No. Shiitake is awesome. Shiitake.
Yeah, I mean, I'll eat them if I have to. Okay, what is your favorite Japanese word or phrase, and what does it mean?
元気があれば何でもできる. You know the meaning?
You can do anything if you're genki?
Yeah. If you have positive energy, like genki, nothing is impossible.
Perfect. I totally agree. That's a great way to finish. Erika-san, thank you very much for your time. And thank you for coming on and doing this in English. I know that is challenging. So your English is very, very good. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alan-san. I hope you edit very well.
That concludes this episode of the Japan Cricket Podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening. And if you really enjoyed listening, then I would be forever grateful if you could rate and review the show on whatever platform you get your podcasts. It would just help others to find the show and have the added bonus of making me feel a little bit better about myself. Until next time, arigatou gozaimashita.